Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make some little Oaty biscuits. So it only needs 4 ingredients and a fifth one if you want to do a wee bit of decorating. So what do? First thing is we put the oven on at 180 if you've got an electric, number 4 if you have a gas one. Next job, you are going to grease a baking tray, guys. So a little bit of oil and then a pastry brush just to spread it. That's so that your biscuits won't stick once they're cooked. I'm just going to grease it all over. It's my favourite well-used baking sheet. And all I'll do with that is put it on the hob out the way. Okay, 4 ingredients. This is a nice easy recipe. Shouldn't take too long to do. First things, 100 grams, 4 ounces margarine, 75 grams, 3 ounces of sugar. Now you can use caster, granulated, brown, demerara, whatever you've got in the cupboard. Next we have 100 grams, 4 ounces of flour. Again, you can either use plain white, self-raising white, wholemeal. I've got a mixture here, 50 grams of plain white flour and 50 grams of wholemeal flour. I'm just going to pop that in. And lastly, 100 grams or 4 ounces of porridge oats into the bowl. And what we're going to do with that is simply mix it all together. Okay, I'm lucky and I've got a nice big cane wood. I'm going to put it in there and we're going to turn it on and bring that all together. Don't put your fingers in the bowl, guys. Okay, when the mixture's finished, it should have all come together. So we'll just do that. And the mixture should look like this. Now, if you don't have a freestanding electric mixer, you can use a hand mixer or a good old-fashioned wooden spoon. I use the big freestanding one because it's much quicker to do. Right, what we're going to do with this, we're going to put a little bit of flour, plain flour dredger on my tabletop. I'm going to take all the mixture out of the bowl and we're just going to bring it together. Knead it gently. Just bring it together. The flour will help it stop it sticking to the table. I just want to bring it together like this, folks, so that you end up with a bit of dough. Okay, what we're going to do with this, we are going to roll it out. So rolling pin towards you, quarter turn. Rolling pin towards you, quarter turn. If it starts to stick, another wee drop of flour on the table, but keep shaping it. Rolling pin towards you, you can see it starting to crack, just shape it, work it with your hands. Rolling pin towards you. The reason we do this is 1, it will stop the dough from sticking to the table. 2, it keeps it a reasonable shape. And 3, it will keep it a reasonable thickness. Well, the same thickness I should say, all the way around. Now we want it to be about ½ centimetre thick, like that. Next thing, remember that tray that we greased? We need to bring that back to the table. And we then need a cutter. Now I have 3 different sizes of cutter. I'm going to use the little one for this. So for those 2, that's good. I'm going to use this one. And what we want to do is cut. Now don't dive into the middle, go to the edge. Press straight down, lift it up. Can you see how thick it is, guys? It's about ½ centimetre thick. And then onto your tray. Press down and onto your tray. Do not swivel the cutter or you'll not get a nice size, it'll be a funny shape. Okay, we'll keep going. Use up all of this onto the tray. evenly spaced out. Nearly there, guys. We should get about 10 out the first rolling, hopefully. Just cut them out. Okay. Alright, once we've done that, take all the bits together, pull them all together, because we're not going to waste this. It's all going to get used. Just bring it all back together, folks. And a wee bit of flour on the table. Don't overdo the flour. Rolling pin towards you, quarter turn. Same rules. Keeps it an even thickness, keeps it a decent shape, stops it sticking to the table. Okay, and here we go again. Cut. Cut. We should get 16 out of this mixture, I hope. Yep. Again, we've got some more mixture left. We're not going to waste it. I'm going to use it up. You can do that with this mixture. You can't do it with some other mixtures. You can definitely do it with this one. Bit of flour. Roll it. Same rules apply. Rolling pin, quarter turn. Oops. Okay, and last two. 16 biscuits. These are then going into the oven and they will take about 12 to 15 minutes to cook. Okay. Oven gloves, guys, safety first. And I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes. Right, 15 minutes have passed, so let's just check on the biscuits, shall we? And here we are. Right, they should have started to go a really nice golden brown colour round the outside edge. And we want to leave them for a minute or two. If you try and lift them just now, they're just going to break. So we need to let them cool just for a minute or two. But once we do that, if we just take one and turn it over, it should be a nice golden brown on the bottom. So what we're going to do is, we've got a cooling tray and that's that. I'm going to carefully lift them onto the cooling tray. Once I've had a few minutes, lift them too early and they will break up. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to let them cool down properly, and then we're going to come back and you can eat them like this, plain, or as I said, I'm going to come back and just put a wee bit of decoration on them for you. Okay. Hi again. Right, our biscuits are here. They have had a chance to cool down. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you 3 different ways that you can decorate them. Hopefully it'll work. Right, first of all, piece of greaseproof paper, which I've cut just a small piece just now to show you what to do. And because it curls up, make sure you anchor it down, stop it running away. What we're going to do first of all is one of your biscuits. Oh, I should have said, this is about 100 grams of milk cooking chocolate, which I've melted in the microwave. Now if you haven't got cooking chocolate, if you've got leftover Easter eggs, use one of them. Take the biscuit, dip it in, let the surplus drip off, and then just simply sit it on the greaseproof paper. I'm going to do that again. Biscuit, dip it in our melted chocolate, both sides, and then just simply sit it on the greaseproof paper. Next one, biscuit again, I'm going to dip it in the chocolate again, put it on the greaseproof paper, and this time I've got some hundreds and thousands, I'm just going to sprinkle on top. We'll do that again, folks. Biscuit, dipped in the chocolate, onto our greaseproof paper, and sugar strands rather than hundreds and thousands this time. Sprinkle on the chocolate. Next one's a bit more difficult. Biscuit, teaspoon, chocolate. Hopefully this will work. And all we want to do is to take the chocolate and just take your spoon back and forward over the top of the biscuit. Different appearance. We'll try that again, shall we? Biscuit, chocolate, melted chocolate in a teaspoon, and we're just going to put the teaspoon back and forward like that. Okay folks, all that's left is to try them. Once the chocolate is set, of course. Sorry I can't let you try them. You'll just have to try your own. Bye for now.